This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you next Thursday. I have a team inside us, so I have to acknowledge the team, you know. Yes. Anyway, I acknowledge them later, because I want to forget them right now. Hear what I say now? I have some things when I see go on during the week. You see, my program is in such a way, you know, that it's when me left here, the whole of the things them go on. And by the time he come back, it come like steel news. But you know, IRFM listeners still now. And you have some people now where, you know, them not really follow the other radio station pan levels and thing. We are hope say anytime we tell them this, them will say, them things that they go on. And where Muta get them news from? Muta get them news from other news sources where they don't say it already. We are wholly proud of them I listen to or hear about. Alright, so the week was a really busy week, and young say me can't talk to them because the advertisement are coming at 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I want to get the advertisement them for come, but some serious things happen, you know. Serious things happen. And we don't want to sound like no prophet of doom. And we don't prophesy nothing still. We just agree that's how it come. And it's important that we get it because we have a microphone in front of it. And when we hear opposite views, we also share views, but we share also opposite views. And not only that, because crack inside us one make up my program. I tell the people them upstairs that, you know, because I have a telephone book with slap him with. Because I don't know why I come when my program start. Look, watch it. You joke me the something, you know, Bridget. I go ball out, you know, and tell people say you joke me with name, then I tell them say I go slap you. Leave the studio, Bridget. I don't know why the man always come when my things are going, you know. You know, to the man that dig out the button, them you have to be ready to know where to press now. Anyway, sorry about that. Yes, but you have a bridge inside of them crack. You see, anytime when you see him on the road, when you never go recognize him still. But if you hear him name, if somebody call him name Wisdom. I am like Pilate here. Do so whatever you will and whatever you want with this man. Because this man is always coming into the studio when I am here. Alright, go on now, man. It fix, man. People, you never know we are going to have a studio. Alright, you're done with that now. You know, come back. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Right, play the advertisement, yeah. Yeah, this is an important announcement from the National Water Commission. The National Water Commission is advising that the Bushy Park facility in Clarendon will be taken out of operation on Thursday, January 16, 2020 at 10 a.m. to enable emergency maintenance work. As a result, customers served by the facility will be without piped water. The National Water Commission is projecting that normal operations will be restored on or before Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. Areas to be affected include Buckner, Bailey's Avenue, Rectory Land, Rectory Road, Chapelton Road, Bushy Park, Boxhaven Drive, Bell Drive, North Street, Howard Avenue, West Park, Orange Street, Manchester Avenue, Treadlight, Western Park, Evans Heights, Meadowlands, and all roads leading off. The National Water Commission regrets any inconvenience this necessary work may cause and urges customers to store water for use during the confined period. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission. Okay. So, we're there at the program now. So, give thanks for joining us at these hours. So, we say, I don't know if anybody else about Puerto Rican, the hurricane, not the hurricane, the earthquake with Lake Puerto Rico. Do you realize that since the first one, Lake, the big one, they had 100 and odd aftershocks in 2 weeks. Them have 100 and odd aftershocks. All right, this is our next announcement. We must do it now. Oh, the same thing again. Okay. This is the Digicel Shake to Win giveaway promotion. It has been going on quite a while. It's going to end February the 14th. Then today what? Oh, okay. So they have about a month almost. Okay. It's time now. It's time now, right? This is the new year business and all them today. You could win 15,000 until February the 14th. Digicel customers who have downloaded the latest version of the My Digicel app and purchased a plan in the last 7 days have the opportunity of winning. You could get a call from us here at IRFM between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. every weekday. But don't say hello. When you listen to me, don't say hello. No care what, even if you listen to me and don't feel that come, don't say hello. Because you may be the one, okay? You must answer by saying the slogan, Shake to Win with Digicel or Digicel Shake to Win. And $15,000 will be yours. So when you answer your phone, answer with the phrase that pays, Shake to Win with Digicel. So make you take the phone call. All right, we're coming up. Remember, don't say hello, you know. Okay. Ring in. Going twice. Where is it? Where is it a while ago?
Yes, so we're not digital.
Right. I tell you, your ears cock for the radio. Your ears cock for the yeah, you win 15,000.
Eh?
You win 15,000.
I win 15,000.
How you feel about that?
Can I hear him?
Me say, how you feel about that?
Okay, yes, man. Then the right thing is
Where you call from?
Where I call from?
Yeah.
But I'm not Kingston now.
You're at Kingston now, but okay, you call from Kingston.
Oh, no, man, I'm not. Are you call me?
Me call you. Oh. I run on me call you, the operator call you, know. And the operator call you, but I don't the same phone, I remember to call you. Anyway,
okay.
You got with $15,000. So how them do this now?
Okay, my boss.
Alright, them will call you, yeah?
Okay, my boss.
And when you get the $15,000, yeah, tell the operator to give you my number.
That's who this?
Who this?
Yeah.
What do you mean who this? What is this man?
Why you not introduce yourself to me now?
Me not introduce myself to you if you don't know who them man. What time you call you? Not after 2. You know which program come on them was a pirate.
Okay, yeah, man.
Alright, you're my contest now. What program comes on at 2 o'clock on Thursdays?
What?
On IRFM. On IRFM.
Yes, sir.
Which program?
Cutting it out.
All right, you have just lost the 15,000. You just lose the 15,000 when you just win.
Come on, Mr. Cutting Edge.
A Steppin razor bar, which Cutting Edge? Cutting Edge come out at night.
At night, Cutting Edge come out.
All right, sir. So, them will call you about your 15. You Richard?
Okay.
Yeah, man, give thanks. All right, so that was nice. The first caller. So, we're going to attack it again later, right? Okay, we're going to attack it again later. All right. So apparently, we're going to have more advertisement. Not yet. All right. So we're going to talk about the earthquake where Puerto Rico. I'm going to tell you, say, 100 and them say, according to the reports, 100 and aftershocks. But apparently, they're going to find one person was dead, which is very amazing and unique. For those of you who go to Puerto Rico, I have been to Puerto Rico many times, and trust me, It's not like one of them first world looking place. And the place is quite flat. You know, it's not mountainous like Jamaica. It's almost like how Cuba look too. You know, enough mountain. But there was an earthquake where licked Jamaica one time and it's 1,000 people dead. And almost the whole of Kingston mash up. I mean, the infrastructure was devastating in a Kingston. So, I don't know how you give where you say now, you're prepared for an earthquake. You'll have to contact your dog because apparently dog have the sense of when earthquake a come, anything where tremble, them know say it a reach at certain time and you hear them start to go, oh, oh. My dog them go say somebody just pass me gate. You hear them a go and make noise, but apparently them have a sense for earthquake. Yeah. What dog me have a my yard still? What you have a your yard? Cow and goat? Cat. Cat don't know nothing about blouse and skirt. Cat don't know nothing. But when I say, I hear them have advertisement on the radio for preparing for an earthquake. And I really want to counteract something I hear them say. I really want to counteract it. And it has been proven what I am saying is not something out of the way. You see, if you feel an earthquake, don't go on a table. Because them keep telling the people they must go on a table because the house that might drop down on the table and broke up and crunch underneath there. It's better you stand up between the arm posts, the door posts, the doors, yeah. But please, I am telling you this. I know where the people them are telling you, and I know some of you say why them people don't know what them are say. But it has been proven that people who go on the table go hide. Them all stop come down upon them or the wall come down upon them much heavier than the table, broke the table in two and kill them. It is better you go between the door. That is really what. Because the door apparently, the door have a beam there where stand up firm underneath. Well, some house still, but more than likely. You safer between the door than under the table. I'm telling you that. I don't care what the ministry want to tell you of disaster preparedness. Want to tell you. And if you think I lie, I tell you, just think about it. Think about it. You running out and need some of them wood table where you see about the place. And an earthquake shake and your building a come down. You think say your little table, dining table can't take the pressure of the whole of the thing that will come down upon that. No, sir. All right. So that is my little input into disaster preparedness. When an earthquake is felt, please do not run under your table. Better you find the door, open the door and stand up between it. That is really what you're supposed to do. Okay. So, that was Puerto Rico. Now, here's the story where lick me most of all now. The deputy DPP, Paula really, is a nice lady, you know. Trust me, she knows I love her too, you know. Yeah, she's a very nice lady. All my wife knows that she love her too, believe you me. But it's the first I hear about this deputy DPP. Now people, for those of you living under a cave, the deputy DPP is a young fellow. You know what DPP mean? No. Young. Bridget, you know what DPP mean? Tell them what DPP mean.
Director of Public Prosecution.
You hear that? Yes. DPP mean Director of Public Prosecution, and Paula Llewellyn is the top one. But him now is the deputy. So the deputy Director of Public Prosecution, for those of you who never hear the story, apparently he's in his bed. And thief come in his house. He was naked and in bed. Well, he's in bed. Most people prefer to sleep naked than sleep with a whole heap of clothes on. Okay, so him get up out of bed naked Seeing a man a run out time house with him iPad. Never run down the man, obviously. Now, apparently, the sound go out. Why you want to say, man coming at the DPP, the deputy DPP, and we don't know how we are going inside there. The deputy DPP man pull on him pants. And I am telling you, this is coming from the horse's mouth. I don't want to say horses neither, you know. This is coming from the deputy DPP page. Them call them Instagram page or Twitter page. People, tell me this now, because this is a story of all stories. You're talking about the killing never go on. This is a story of all stories. The deputy DPP make a tax off. Him run out of him house. Him draw him pants and run out of the house. Him say, when he was in him bed, he was back in him face. Peter, we are laughing. Because that is what single men do. Him said that is what single men do. They back their face, alright? Now, this is the deputy. I'm not saying I'm not supposed to do things, film fists. If you want to push it up and down, it's film things, film fists. But you know, it's not, that's the part of the problem, you know. The man put it on social media, say, when him run out time house, him never remember, say, the egg white, they put him chest. Him say, I don't know what kind of egg in my fried side. Him say, the egg white, they put him chest. And him never realize it. And everybody talking about time yard and look on the egg white put him chest. What the hell is wrong with these people? And him have this, the gall to put that, to make the world see it. I mean, it's one thing if you tell a man, say, you're back your face. It's another thing if you tell a man, say, boy, right now, egg white, they put your chest when you stand up in front of the people, them. What kind of man is that? Them thing if you keep to yourself. Eh? Peter, you do that? After, I mean, is that all right? Give him, say, him in the excitement and thing. Him now remember, say, yeah, him did go already. Him never knows, him realize him did go, you know. What she has said long so? No, she alright. Because she not no egg white. Yeah. No, what me I say? Really and truly, you know. Me now say, him can't, he must know, say, him did go. You understand? He must know, say, him go. Everybody know when them gone. Yeah? Then if him know, say, him gone, or him not remember, say, him bust the egg, and the egg white upon him chest. Understand that? It's what kind of one that? Alright, no, explain to me. I never know said that is unacceptable. Alright. Me say something now, because this is serious thing. I personally, if it was inputted upon it, I personally don't believe what I say. I don't believe what I say. I don't believe what I say. I don't believe that a man come rob him. And I don't believe that him never knows the egg white upon him chest. He's covering up something. But because him have to give some explanation about what is on his chest, him start to talk about this a man come rob him. I don't believe him. Because him put it on social media. If him put it on social media, that I mean say I can speculate. I cannot figure it out, and I'm trying to figure it out. How the hell can that happen to you and you don't know? Say it's robbery, you know. A robbery come hold you, and egg white upon your chest. Maybe not even egg white. Maybe it's okra. Maybe it's all okra. I don't understand these things. And him is a public prosecutor. I mean, him supposed to. I guess he might try. I don't know why him put it on it. Him never know say a man like me, but no. You must know, say, you know, so me now put it on it right because Muta go and read it and see it. And me not like how the man they talk, and me not like how they put things, you know. They thing. How the hell you can put that on the social media? I hear that Miss Lewin is going to do some, thing on it, investigation. Not even investigation, but in other words, was it proper for the deputy to be really revealing such things like him as some dance hall or some guy out there? I mean, really and truly. Peter would have never do that. And Peter is just a little brethren about the place. Peter never do that, Rasta. Do what? That's why I don't believe him. I don't believe say that thief. And I don't believe say him never knows say that they there. I mean, I believe him never knows say that they there, you know. But I don't believe what him say. Why they there. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So I don't understand. It was a big very big issue for the whole week. And who is supposed to be helping the greatest public prosecutor Jamaica has ever seen? Really come out so and just spread out that on social media that people like me can hear it. Bridget, you never know say Muta go hear that, Rasta. If you don't say it, ask Shabara about me. Shabara's scared of me like puss. Because she afraid say because say certain things about it where I'm not supposed to say. I mean know what I say. Egg white all over him chest. Me must stop. I don't understand why a man would have egg white over him when a thief come in my house. I don't believe say that thief. I don't believe say the man moving my iPad. I don't believe what him say was on him chest and what how it reached there is so it go. I don't believe it. Okay, so I'm done with that now. I'm getting so much signals over here, it's not funny. These functions is not for day program, that's what you're saying? I should have come on sex-wise with these conversations. It's not a sex-wise conversation. It's all over the media. It's not a sex-wise conversation. This is media. And I am media. That is what it is. You know. All right, so I promise you people who is here that I will not bring it up again. Maybe after the news, but not now, you know. All right, so that was something we really was striking for the week. The next one, we don't have no time to talk about it. It's Damian Crawford. Now, Damian Crawford is a potential Prime Minister of Jamaica. Him have the look, much better looking than two other states right now, two people them right now, even though one wife say 4 hours and him can manage it and all these things. But Damian is a well-educated, sometimes stupid brethren where him have the potential to be the Prime Minister and the youth them actually like him. No, I think say him coming out now and I say, why the money where I get for do certain things and the pressure of doing these things, it's taking away from him business and him business. I don't know if people know, but him is a real chicken. You didn't know that, Peter? Him have a big farm. I don't even know if it's big enough, but him say Big, yeah. What? Chicken. What that? Is that chicken farm? Egg. So you have enough egg. I don't know why people love the white of the egg though. Them love the white eggs, but anyway. Damian Crawford look like him want to come out of the politics thing and go deal with them chicken business because he must say it's too pressuring for him. And you know, Damian, I agree with you, you know. Because you see now, them guys work, you know, and then little more from that now, you see, somebody else come take your space. Even though you're one of the vice president, them, I feel say you could have go and look for your chicken. Trust me. Because according to you, him say poor and him don't want to be poor. And right now the work where him I don't know where stop him from earn, I gonna make him poor. And him say him not like poor. Straight up the youth I say that. He say me no like poor, you know. So me no really me say me have to choose now. I would choose my chicken them. Yes. Make sure you get them the right corn. Not the genetically modified corn that now you're going to poison the people them with. But I think I know say you have a little sense for know say well why right now. You're supposed to be breeding organic farming chicken. So it would be nice. I think you should leave and come back again next time. Because them man are so gone, you know. Them man where you see a rule the place. Them so gone and you are still young boy. You know where clock at strike. You understand? Okay, news time.
Good afternoon. I am Patrice Walters with the local and international headlines brought to you by NAMS Hardware, Main Street, Brownstown. For all your hardware needs and more, call 975-2587. A Glock 9mm pistol and 10 rounds of ammunition were seized during a joint police-military operation at the intersection of Nelson Street and Wellington Street in Kingston of 14 yesterday. Reports from the Denhamton Police are at about 11:20 p.m. Lawmen were on operation in the area when a man was approached by the team. The man reportedly ran, leaving behind a backpack which was retrieved and the firearm and ammunition found inside. Investigations continue. A man has died following a motor vehicle crash on the Hadley Park Road in Kingston on Saturday. Dead is 37-year-old Nicholas Hamilton from Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 11. Reported at about 11:30 p.m., Mr. Hamilton was driving his car along the roadway when he allegedly ran the stoplight and crashed into a Toyota Wish motor car. Hamilton was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. In news overseas, cities across southern Europe are experiencing dangerously high levels of smog caused by a prolonged period of dry, sunny weather and light winds. Temporary bans on diesel vehicles have been ordered in major Italian cities, including the capital Rome, in an effort to reduce the pollution. Some protesters have taken to the streets in gas masks, demanding action from the government. Environmentalists have described the situation as a smog emergency. In Rome, diesel cars, vans and motorbikes have been banned during peak times, while other polluting vehicles have been banned altogether. The restrictions, which are set to remain in place over the next 3 days, are expected to affect some 1 million vehicles. Finally, a government watchdog has said the White House broke the law by withholding aid to Ukraine that had been approved by the U.S. Congress. The Government Accountability Office ruling is a potential blow to President Donald Trump as he faces an impeachment trial in the Senate. Trump is accused of freezing aid to pressure Ukraine to investigate a political rival. Ukraine has opened a probe on separate allegations linked to the impeachment. Those were the local and international headlines brought to you by NAMS Hardware, Main Street, Brownstown. For all your hardware needs and more, call 975-2587. Major news is next at 5:45. From the RFM Newsroom, I'm Patrice Walters.
Good afternoon, I'm Evan Hewitt with IRFM Sports on the Ball, brought to you courtesy of Peterkin Investments Limited. Almost always, yes, we have it. The Windward Islands Volcanoes centre bat reached 206 for 2 in the post-lunch session on today's opening day of the second round clash with the Jamaica Scorpions in the regional 4-day championships at Sabina Park. Devon Thomas, who has progressed to 74, and Kavim Hodge, 60, are the not-out batsmen. Back in the pavilion is Desron Maloney, who fell for 26 to Nicholson Gordon. The Indian Cricket Board signaled it is ready for life without Mahindra Singh Dhoni after dropping the long-serving wicketkeeper from its list of centrally contracted players today. The former captain quit Test cricket in 2014 and has not played for India since taking a break after the team's semi-finals exit at the 50 Overs World Cup in England last year. Coach Ravi Shastri said earlier this month that Dhoni, who will turn 39 in July, could be considered for this year's 2020 World Cup in Australia. In the new list, captain Virat Kohli, opener Rohit Sharma and pace spearhead Jasprit Bumrah have retained their place in the A+ grade, worth 70 million Indian rupees or $986,923 a year. The 11 players grouped in the A grade include Rishabh Pant, who is seen as Dhoni's successor in limited overs cricket. Finally, in sports news, at this time, former world number 1 Serena Williams will resume her quest for a record 24th Grand Slam title against Russian Anastasia Potapova at the first Grand Slam of the year, the Australian Open tournament, which starts next week. The 8th-seeded Serena will be going for 8th Australian Open crown at Melbourne to equal Margaret Court's record of 24 Grand Slams. This coming out of today's draw, which took place in the arena named in honor of Australian Court. The draw also revealed an intriguing clash for Serena's 39-year-old sister Venus, who will face fellow American Coco Gauff. The 15-year-old Gauff exploded onto the tennis map at Wimbledon last year when, as a qualifier, she beat twice Australian Open champion Venus on her main draw Grand Slam debut. In the meantime, 22-year-old Japanese Naomi Osaka will start her title defense against Czech player Marie Buzkova. Top seed and world number 1 Ash Barty's bid to end the host nation's long wait for homegrown Australian Open champion will begin against Ukraine's Lesia Surenko. Meanwhile, men's champion Novak Djokovic will begin his quest for an 8th Australian Open title against Jan-Lennard Struff, while the man he beat in last year's final, Rafael Nadal, will take the top seeding into a contest against Bolivian Hugo Dellien. The Australian Open gets underway on Monday and runs until February 2. From the IRFM Sports Desk, I'm Evan Hewitt. The Sportscast came to you courtesy of Peterkin Investments Limited. Almost always, yes, we have it.
Peterkin's Investments Limited, Short Lane Auto Race, now offering a wide range of new and used auto parts for all make vehicles, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Ford, Nissan, Toyota, and much more. We source your hard-to-get auto items comprehensively. Peterkin's Investment Limited, almost always, yes, we have it. 974-5294 or 2094.
Yeah, this is the Steppin razor, the art of war. Okay, so we hear that the U.S. Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, will be visiting Jamaica next week. I don't know how much people hear that. What is he coming to Jamaica for? Well, it's high-level reasoning, high-level talking. Like, you know, say, America is very scared of Jamaica's link with China. And we see today or yesterday, the President Donald Trump signed a deal with China, even though he was eating out, I saw eating out there. So now they are now going to sign an agreement, trade agreement. And he signed the trade agreement today. But what is happening now is that we know that Jamaica is now in the center China is owed $3 billion US dollars. Jamaica owed China. And China is making more investments in Jamaica. And we see America is holding on for dear life to an old-time partner that is known as Jamaica. And they see China as a threat to their power structure in the Caribbean also. And Jamaica is the nearest one to the power structure of China. Them say, the friend of my enemy is my enemy. And this is where Jamaica might end up to be. The friend of my enemy is my enemy. And them also say the enemy of my friend is my friend. The enemy of my friend is my friend. But in this case, it's not the enemy of my friend. It's not the enemy of my enemy. It is the friend of my enemy. The friend of my enemy is not my friend. And America have its way to get what it wants. Whatever Lola wants, Lola get. So we say the U.S. Secretary of State will be coming to Jamaica. And I hope that when he leave, we will know what transpired with them. Because remember that they had a meeting, a group of prime ministers from the Caribbean had a meeting with Donald Trump in Florida. And we also heard the American ambassador is warning Jamaica. The American ambassador is warning Jamaica, saying, look here now, don't trust these people, because 1 and 1 will equal to all 5 when them done, we don't know. And you're going to have to go really turn over certain things where you never want to turn over, like them never turn over certain things already. Acres and acres, hundreds of acres was given to the Chinese. Hundreds of acres was given to the Chinese. So, we're going to look out for that one. Mike Pompeo will be coming to Jamaica to sit and talk with the government about friendship and other relationships. Yes, how far this thing is going. Look here, how far on the thing with China is going. We need to find out that, because we plan to invest some things in Jamaica, but we don't want it override and overlap with what the Chinese is doing. So I don't know, maybe we want to build a bridge to Miami, because we don't only stress out on airfare. So we might want to build a bridge to Miami instead of build a wall like the one that is intended to build along the coast there, along the line of Mexico. We might want to build a bridge here, but in order to build the bridge, we have to make sure that we will be having Jamaican moving on that bridge and keeping in line. So we're building a bridge with Jamaica, but we want to build a wall to keep out the Mexicans who are Americans. Yes, Mexico is part of America. As a matter of fact, California, Texas, and those places was once Mexico. It's America. It's America. As a matter of fact, we are Americans if you really look at the technical definition of America. Like the Americas not only include North America, but the Americas include South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. It's the Americas. It's frightening. It's like you have the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is countries that was colonized or controlled by England but we're not sharing the wealth that's supposed to be common. And not only that, we have to have visa for go to England. Listen up, catchpots. This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. And here we're going to play about this tune now. We're going to play about this tune now because I can't think conservatively. My expression cannot be muzzled by properly speaking when it's not so me talk normally. I have to talk normal. You understand? I can't talk in the manner in which usually people speak because they have a microphone at them front. When I play music, I say, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put on a bad and yeah, man, and, no, we're doing that, you know. And I don't know. I've never said what you say. What's the people pleasure themselves? I gone back on it, you know. I gone back on it. I don't know those words. I mean, I know them, but it's not so I talk. It's not so I talk. I don't talk that way, whether in private or public. I don't talk that way. So somebody know if I go train me, and since it's true, me can't train me. I don't know how to go work out because nobody can train me. I can take advice, but when I say the advice I try to train me, I can't work with it. It's just that. So this is me, just take me how me is. I never go to school to go learn what me I do so now. Never. I don't even know how them things they work out. You know, see it. So me I express myself or me normally express myself. But I know say there are certain things I'm not going to say on the radio. So I don't know why I go say when I say it. I don't know, you know, but I know say when I say it, I have to really express it. That the normal person know what I'm talking about because I need to know. Sometimes you try to protect people from certain things and the people them don't understand what you're talking about still. Even though you use the vernacular of the people. They can use what the people say and the people them don't understand it, you know. Yeah, because you have some people, if you say one thing, a certain class of people understand what you say. And if you say a certain other thing, a set of people understand what you say. You understand? So if you talk to a certain set of people, then why politicians go up on stage and talk certain way? And you know so I don't saw them stay. And so these people them say them are hypocrite, you know. Yeah, the people them say them are hypocrite because I saw them talk and two people say, yes I. No I. Damn hypocrite. You know see it? Come I am I and I anyway. I and I anyway. Anyway you see me, I saw me stay. So I don't want one come muzzle me, Rasta. No, come muzzle me. Because I'm not talking something that is getting the people in trouble. I'm talking that some people are going to be disgusted when I say what I say. I know that. Anyway, I want to play this tune again. Darrell Vaz talking about the plastic bottle thing, which is really a terrible thing. He say 800, yeah, I'm going to say 800 million. That is almost a billion, 200 million less than a billion. He say 800 million plastic bottle per year discarded in Jamaica. And them only retrieve 20% of that. 800 million plastic bottles. Now, it's kind of weird because here them get rid of the plastic bag, them get rid of the styrofoam. The plastic bag is a serious problem. Sorry, the plastic bottle them is a serious problem. Because everything now that is liquid come in a plastic bottle. And the plastic bottle, I would say, people use plastic bottle more than how them use styrofoam bags. Yes. And if 800 million is wasted in the system in Jamaica, and it's only 20% of that, them retrieve. Them have to really formulate something. I don't know what. I can't tell them what to do. I mean, maybe if I think about it very hard, I can suggest something, but at this moment in time, them really have to think seriously about how them going to alleviate. Because you can't go back to, well, the glass bottle, that make more sense, you know, but we remember when them did have a glass bottle where people used to do with it, especially a stage show. Who can remember the days of the shandy buckle when artists still get shandy left and right and center off a stage? You know, so when I say that we have to find some way of making the plastic bottle be less and less consumed by the general public at large, because everything now we're liquid come in a plastic. Everything. And you just it's heart-wrenching when you look all in our gully and just see the plastic bottle them just heap up like it's not somebody throw the whole of them the one place, you know. But sometimes the rain come and watch them somewhere and it's stuck and it can't move. And then when you look, you just see the plastic bottle them on top of plastic bottle. And people still a drink and a throw plastic bottle outside a van and car. It's a really serious thing. So we get rid of styrofoam. I hear that them arrest some companies where they still use the styrofoam. I love that. But how long that will last? Because we know so when them start something in Jamaica, when it start, after a while it just fade out and then everything back to normal or back to abnormal. We really need to take a stock of this thing, you know, this thing what them call the protection of the environment, because really and truly plastic bottle can't do the earth nothing in relationship to destroying it, you know. Styrofoam, plastic bag, all of the things them where them claim is causing environmental pollution, you know. It's environmental pollution in relationship to human beings, not the earth. Because there's no way a trillion plastic bottle going to destroy the planet. But a trillion plastic bottle in a Jamaica will make it be miserable for the general public and the people them to live. So we don't want to get it twisted that the planet will be destroyed because man use plastic bottle and man use styrofoam and man use this and man use that. That is a detriment. It is detrimental to human beings, not the planet. And the more we drive home that to the people, I think it will get home quicker. If you keep tell people about you're going to destroy the planet with the plastic bottle, then who they care if you destroy the planet with the plastic bottle? I don't think that people will care much, like if them realize that they're destroying human beings, way of life on the planet. Oh, that sound. I don't know, Mr. Darrell Vaz. I don't know who know you or listen to me, but Mr. Darrell Vaz, may I ask you, just like how them need to change the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force. You see, words have meaning and words conjure up thoughts and thinking. And we are say environmentalists in Jamaica, we don't need to get the thing together properly and word the thing properly. Plastic bottle, styrofoam bags, plastic bag, all of these things is dangerous for human beings on the planet, not dangerous for the earth. plastic bottle not going to destroy the earth. Because the earth have a way for regurgitate everything and recycle up everything and make it become part of the thing, because plastic bottle come from the earth. You know? It come from the earth. And if plastic bottle take 500 years to melt down into the earth, between the space of the 500 years, it's not melting like 100 years into the 500 years. The earth is still here doing what it's supposed to do. Earthquake, flood, tidal wave, famine, no rain, too much rain, all of these things. No rain not going to destroy the earth, you know. And too much rain not going to destroy the earth. Too much rain, them tell you that already in the Bible about the flood. According to them, if you follow the story, according to them, if water cover the whole earth, you recognize that the earth never destroyed, it's the people them planet destroyed. There was an environmental thing taking place there. The people them get destroyed, not the earth. So no water can cover the earth and destroy the earth. Because the earth have a way for us reuse and refuse what cannot make it survive. Click it. Yes, Steppin Razor. This is an important announcement from the National Water Commission. Emergency repair work continues in Port Royal. I don't know if everybody knows this, but there will be a ship will be docking at Port Royal. Yes, them done that and everything work out. Ship will start dock out there. I don't know if it's next week. I think it's next week too, you know. A ship will dock out at Port Royal there, you know. That is a historic thing, you know. I need to go there to see that. Anyway, there's emergency repair work continues in Port Royal. Difficult terrain impacting pace of repair work. The National Water Commission is advising that its teams are continuing repair work in sections of the damaged pipelines that serve the Port Royal community. Based on the leaks identified, the National Water Commission estimates that regular water supply will be restored by 5 p.m. this evening, Thursday, January 16, 2020. The company is noting that its teams have been conducting repairs over the past 2 days to several sections of broken pipelines along the Palisades stretch. It was highlighted that the swampy, what I'm talking the way name the land where you used to over there, where you used to protect the reef, them and thing. I'm not get you right, you know, because that's a danger. Anyway, it was highlighted that the swampy nature of the terrain has hampered the speedy detection of repairs of the broken pipeline by the NWC has been making steady progress. You know that them have a whole heap of plastic, them find out plastic things over there. And them want to blame the people of Port Royal, you know. Well, where the expert them say that the accumulation of garbage in the water of Port Royal is not the people them in a Port Royal do it. It has come from the Sandy Gully and other certain places in a Kingston, St. Andrew and Kingston, where wash the thing come down there and all that muck and grime and debris end up in a Port Royal. So that is something to think about. That is something to think about. The National Water Commission wishes to apologize to the valued customers for any inconvenience caused and seeks to assure them that every effort is being made to restore their supply within the shortest possible time. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission, which is a serious thing, you know. Because sometimes you do something right here, so, and you don't know the effect where it have over there, so. So when a man do certain things, like up at the top of Duns River Falls there. You don't know where I'm going up there, you know. But you see this water rush come and you just feel nice and all them something there. Because me remember when we used to there out there, so when them call the place, I can always refer to it. Mystic Mountain. When we used to there out at Mystic Mountain there, we have make sure say nobody now be at the top of it, you know. Or wash clothes up there, so you know. We have make sure of that. Because there's so much offshoots there that we can bathe in. That there's certain offshoots where we know say people up at top there bathe. We now go and wash them clothes. We now go bathe in it. You have certain river where you can't do that. You have certain river, it will run so long. And a whole heap of the things break up. You know, in the water, that you can't even see it. And you there bathe in the water and don't even know say it's a danger to you. An environment we are talking about now, you know. Because it really now do nothing to the river itself more than the river go wash it away, you know. But as you who are going to swim in it, if that had happened, you know, as you who are going to swim in it, are going to feel the pain. Which is a similar thing I talk about the planet. When people say we have destroyed the planet, when it's really human beings' ability to live a normal life. Because this is what we are going with now. Human beings can't end up a mutate to something else, you know. Yeah, man. If we keep doing what we are doing, we have another species. Because people that are them not believe in evolution and something there, you know. But things move from one level. It's like a butterfly and a caterpillar. A caterpillar is not a butterfly, you know. And a butterfly can't revert to being a caterpillar. So when the caterpillar become a butterfly, it is no longer a caterpillar. It don't work biologically and in the environment as how the butterfly work. And the butterfly fly, the caterpillar can't fly. Understand? So we have to understand how the thing work. The thing work that human beings upon the earth and we stay a certain way now. Because sometimes I wonder, oh, come a man upon the road, mad, and the man have all them jobs and nothing happen to him. And if you go do it, you're sick. Because him now start to evolve into a next level. Him body start to, make the thing work inside. You who don't know see it now. You know, you have some people now, I say, Muta, your foot not cold. And you walk your foot, you know, afraid say you catch cold in your foot. I mean, I say, but me don't know people catch cold in them foot. Because you hear some people, you know, them can't even walk in them house without shoes. And them start to sneeze. Itchy, itchy, itchy. And them nose cock up and then you hear say, something has happened. So, when me I say, I mean, not what you call the typical environmentalist. Because when me say vegan, me mean no animal product. Me mean say, not even wearing it. Milk, sugar, milk, egg, cheese, honey, none of them. That's my interpretation of vegan. That's why we say ital rather than vegan. In our Rasta talking, we say ital rather than vegan. Because you have some people that tell you about lacto-vegetarian and lactone and vegan and all these names. When you have a system that is designed to make the earth become something else in its totality, then you're going to have human beings being affected in the way that they're going to have to adapt, and in adapting to that, they're going to become a new species. It's how it goes. You're going to become a new species because you're adapting to something that how your body is at this moment in time. It was not designed to really become that way. But because you are now moving into a level of what them call now environmental pollution and changes in the environment and all them something there, your body eventually going to have to adapt or you're going to die. That is why I'm going to say, I talk about, that's like man become white because of the environment after hundreds and thousands of years living in a certain environment. His skin become a different skin and him start to know hunt him food a different way. And him start, him whole psyche become totally different. So him become a different species. And him can't change back. You see, after you evolve from African, you go to what you call, Homo sapiens, and you go to all of the erectus, this, that, and all, the name them, what they want to call them. You can't revert back to that. You understand? But what you can do is create the environment that others come like the original one. You understand? So we as Africans, we say Africans was the original people. Scientifically, them prove that. And then environment, and you adapt, and then you evolve, and you become a different species. And then that species still have the same genetic makeup, but it's a different species. So it's the same thing now with the plastic back of them, where people are claiming say are going to destroy the earth. It's either we stop, create that environment, or we're going to now have to figure out what going to happen. I guess nobody now think about 200, 300. Well, people are doing it. Big capitalists man I think are 200 years ahead of we. Black people now think about that. Black people now say, boy, you know, so me have planned for 100 years, so I'm now that. No, yeah. If I plan for that true. Black people never plan for tomorrow. You have nations who have planned for 100 years, 200 years. You know, see it? We just sit down and say, well, me now go there, so where it matter. You know, think about the generation we follow. So we have to think about the generation for follow. If you think about the generation for follow, you'll recognize what I say. That if you start to do these things, if you upset the straightforwardness of how it's supposed to go, you're going to have to mutate. You're going to have to evolve into a different species. And I know a whole lot of people don't want to think that way. There. Click it. So this is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. You know, say, some things are going to spill over from last night. Well, we find say a whole lot of things we talk about in the night, spill over in the day. And one of the things is what it happened about 3 weeks ago, where I never noticed so much people that vibes up where was said on the radio about this new decade. It started from in the lobby when talking about the beginning of the new decade, and Nick put in him peace, young put in him peace. Well, me kind of take the side with Nick. Well, me take the side of young first until we start to have this conversation on the radio about it. The conversation was, is 2020 the beginning of the new decade, or we are jumping the guns to the 21st? Ironically, it took off so much that last night, most of the program was taken up with the call of them who say, I give for them version night. Somebody tried to convince me about something last night where I couldn't really hold. Anyway, I virgin drive from St. Mary and reach down at 2 o'clock when the program done. And I tell him, say, I really want to talk. I respect him views. And anytime I'm talking, I'm always share some very serious historical things. So, we want to talk to him. And we're talking about the same thing. Yes, Ian.
Yes, Motor.
Oh, we're not hearing on the radio.
You hear me?
No. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? You hear me now?
Yeah, man, we hear you.
All right.
Yeah, hold on, before you talk, let me tell the people them where you talk about. We are talking about from last night, from 2 weeks now, the idea of when the decade actually start. Is it start from what most people said 2020, or is it from 2021? What says though?
Well, me say from 2021.
You said 2021?
Yeah.
All right, explain to me why you say that.
right? Last night, me and brethren, him tell you come up with the concept of 0, as a 0, 1 and all that. And everybody count on them finger. Learn to count on them finger like you that tell him last night. The 10 finger, right?
Yes.
When they're at school, the teacher will count 1, 2, and you go up till you reach at 10, right?
Yes.
Then them teacher say 1 banana, 2 banana, and so on, and then teacher 1 apple, 2 apple to make you get the concept straight, right?
Yes.
So you see, we have me, I say 1 year, 2 year, I must 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It just so happens that the system we use still, decimal system, the binary system, right? Base 10.
Yeah.
That's how we use. Me and used to use with 60, base 60 and all that. So, you know, computer use binary base 2 and all that, right?
All right, no, explain
But we know, we use the 10, right? We count to 10. But when that's primary school, then teacher, we units, tens, hundreds. You remember that? When I draw the little line them?
Yeah, man.
And say ones in here. So when the most you can go in any one of the slot them is 9, right? Then if you go 9, the next one over them have to put a 0 there. As the brother that tell us that 0 is a placeholder. Right? You put the 0 over there, so I'll show you, so you have 110. 110s, right? One group of 10. So it get the 0 get the other numbers value, right? With a 10 hundreds. Now 10 years. So you start 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 1 to 10 year.
Yeah,
and
you start over again.
That decade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you have to start from 1. You can't start from 0. You must start from 1. And this is the ending. This is the end of the 202nd decade since them said Jesus born.
Yes.
Right?
Entertainment manager, you name it, claiming they understand.
We're there. When we count with the base 10 what we use, right? We have groups and numbers. Numbers going groups them.
Yes.
And we count with counting numbers, what they call counting natural numbers are counting numbers. No 0 and 9 from 1 to 9. The next group are whole numbers. We start with 0.
Yes.
Then they go on to integers, and so we have in the minus, negative numbers and all that. But we count with natural numbers, 1 to 9. No more, no 0 in there. They only use 0 for place, for whole place, and get the other digits value.
Yeah, the other from 1
so
to 9 value.
So you can't start count from 0. You must start count from 1.
All right. Let me say something to you, because
yeah.
I am not really a serious mathematician person, but I know some mathematics solve whole heap of things, most things. All right. Last night the brethren say, I hold up my 10 finger. Him can't see my finger, but I say, all right, hold up your 10 finger. Him say, what me have to do is start at 0, not my first finger.
Mm-hmm.
And in my little logical explanation, I say, but how you going to start at something with no there? Him say, no, the 0 must be seen as the first number. So him say, you start at something down there and say that is 1. And him start to count now and him say my first finger, which is the thumb, is 2. And the second finger is 3. And the fourth finger is, the third finger is 4. And the fourth finger...
So you line up with 11 finger?
I got me tell him. Me say if you put the 0 as one of the numbers, you're going to end up half. And if you start out wrong, you're going to end up wrong in the first place. If you start out wrong in the first place, it can't end up right in the second place.
No.
Yeah. So you are saying now, mathematically.
Yes.
Me want you break it down. I don't know if you can break it down in that.
Mathematically, we count. Humans count with another base 10 system. We count with a set of numbers called natural numbers, counting numbers, and then go from 1 to 9.
Yes.
No 0 no in there.
Yes.
You only use add 0 to give the other letters, the other numbers. Value. Because if the 1 there, so you will be a 1 something. But if you move it over and then put the 0 after it, then you know so you have one set of 10s and no units left over.
Yes.
And you keep till you go 1 set of hundreds and no units left over.
Yeah, you start
You
over.
understand?
Yeah.
But you must start from 1. You can't start from 0. We count. You have to start from 1. Then the first year, since Jesus born then, 202 decades gone.
Yeah, Bridget. That makes sense to me.
You see?
That makes sense
So
to
you
me.
have to start with 1. You can't start count at 0. This is the end of it. Just that.
Is that you know? That's oh, you gonna start with something when you're there. You know, you can't tell me you must hold up my 10 finger. And when me say 10 decade mean 10, and then you tell me say you must start half finger with no there.
Decade don't mean 10, sir. Decade mean 10 years.
10 years, maybe 10. How can I now look on 10 years? And my finger is representing each year. And me have 10 finger. And you can look at me and say, don't start count from the first finger. Start count from the finger we're not there, which is 0. You know, that alone make me have figure say, but this thing not right. This thing not right, but 2020 is not right.
2021. It was that the year, because the first man that say 1 second after midnight and all them stuff. But you realize at the whole year I forgot to before.
Yeah, that couldn't work with that. I couldn't work with that. I couldn't work with that.
When December 31st roll around, then January 1st started the 21st.
Yeah.
On a new decade started. So
you bring a mathematical conclusion to this. And I know some other people that go figure it out. Yes, people are sit down on it because people don't want to know something different from where them did that hold on to all the while. Even if something is wrong. Them don't really want to say nothing about it. You know, them want to say, well, I saw me grow up, come know it, and I saw me a hold on it. You know? In other words, this year is the end of the last 10 years decade.
Yeah, but that when the year done at the end, not the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So the next year, 2021, is the beginning. So somebody really Jim Screech it and Bandolo again. And I kind of understand what you say, even though I'm not a mathematical genius, but you lay it out in a way where I understand what you say. And young come round to it too. From last week, come round to it, you know. Because if that think like how me did that thing originally before.
All our numbering system divide up in a set.
Yes.
And what counting set
yes.
Start from 0.
Yes.
Because
one and one 11 and 1 and 1 and 2. I mean say no, but we 1 and 2. I say
them that way we are trick question that
1 plus 1 and a 2 1 together. 2 1 together.
1 0 2.
Yeah.
In a binary, the computer number 1 and 1 0.
Yeah.
A 1 0. Like 10, but a base 2. It's 1 like 2 die, but then put a base 2.
Base 2, yes. Brethren, give thanks, brethren. Give thanks.
Well, I'm a little bit talking about the 2 business, you know. When you come in now with my man, you know, when you call him, you look on him title, when you call him the deputy, when you say him what, PDP.
No, PDP. Gone over that. No. Gone over that. We
have the answer.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, them should do an investigation on it. All right, Bridget, we got here.
None of them more time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the Bridget bring a certain clarity to it where I'm going to stick to the next year. I'm going to stick to it. I don't care when nobody wants it. I'm sticking to it. Because it makes logical sense what the Bridget just mentioned a while ago. And it makes logical sense. It's illogical to start count from 0. To me, when you talk about decade, years, it's illogical. It's 10 finger half. You can't tell me, say, no, ignore the first finger, start at 0 and call it 1. No, it don't work that way then. Okay. We want to We could play a tune so, and then we could introduce who gets them. We have Wrestleman. All right, sir. I don't want you to introduce yourself because I don't know you already. Eh? Yeah, but I don't have enough. So if you have any there. No, I have CD there. Oh, you know, man.
I'm good.
Blessed man, you're there at Jamaica again.
Thank you very much. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, man, I say I want you to come to the studio. Wow. Because there's certain things that happen since you left here. And we have been keeping abreast of what's going on in Uganda. And we have brethren who send me information about Uganda and things. And we say you're nearer to the presidency. So, no, I see that. Anyway, but we're going to talk about it still. Pardon me if we not talk how much about the music, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's not the music I want to focus on. It's your political career in Uganda where you come from and how you bring about a certain level of thinking. And if really and truly it makes no sense to be president because we don't know if you're corrupt like everybody else. Because maybe no, you say you're not corrupt, but anyway, go around it, so.
Introduce you, my brother.
Oh, from Uganda too. Yes, man, blessed man. I'm an artist too.
Yes.
So you call on people from Rebel Salute stage too.
Yeah, sure.
See, you know. All right, just who the virgin here? Then how you go and like say you come from Uganda too. What is this man? The man coming at the place like say my part of the entourage. How who come inside that so? No, how who bring him in here? Are you bring him in here? But you come all out here and like, yeah, Uganda, you don't know Uganda. Oh, you bring a brother and the student not come from Uganda. Oh, my God, like him come from Uganda. Eh? Anyway, give thanks, Bridget. All right. We want to make us set up the microphone and stuff for the Bridget. And make us look for the tune where we have. We have a tune with him here, yeah, make us find the tune. Anyway, make us introduce. First of all, we have the Bridget. He was here last year on Rebel Salute. It make a big impression on the audience. I think the Prime Minister is sitting in front of him there too, and some other so-called dignitaries was there. And his name Bobi Wine. He go by the name Bobi Wine as an artist. I don't know if he go by the name Bobi Wine as a politician. You know, so we really want to find out all of these things about him. And as I tell him, say, I don't really want him here. We don't want to talk about the music part of the thing. I mean, we must touch by the music still, but we want to talk about his political career as a youth in Uganda. And we know how the African level still with politics. The man there will just get you there immediately. If they don't like you. It's not like Jamaica, where me can just, not me, but man can just come and say certain things and have no consequence. In Jamaica, politicians do things without consequences. In a certain part of Africa, if you do things, you don't hear about it again. Understand? Or you have some politicians don't give up power and then it become absolutely corrupt. Bobi Wine. Greetings, man.
Greetings, Muta.
Give thanks to see you again, you know.
It's a pleasure, a big honor to be with you again today.
Yes.
Yeah.
We see that you bring in your entourage. What is the symbol of that red?
Well,
the red berry.
This red berry is as inspired by the great Thomas Sankara and all these other revolutionaries in Africa.
Upper Volta, man.
Yeah, we believe that we should be the generation to think positively. We should be the generation.
I have to talk more on the mic. Bring up the mic more to your mouth.
Yeah, I was saying that this red berry is more of a significance that we should dare to be upright. We should be the generation that fulfills things, that puts things into action because they were said long ago. So that's why we put on the red beret.
Yeah.
A symbol of resistance.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. You have been resisting in Uganda.
Yes.
And to the point of near death. Tell the Jamaican people what is it that you are doing in Uganda to cause the so-called system to be so adamant against you moving towards a political structure for you, as how you see it? What is it?
Well, we're doing various things, but most importantly, we are trying to change the minds of the people, to open their eyes to things around them, to let them know that they are actually blessed, but somebody's ripping them off, to show them that they are so powerful and resourceful if only they decide to think in a certain way, a way that dignifies self, and then realizing that they deserve more, and then demanding for more. So that what we are doing is, in a nutshell, to show people that they actually have the power, that all these laws that are written, if they are followed, they would be empowering the people. For example, our Constitution, Article 1 says all power belongs to the people. But in a situation where we see that people are powerless, especially simply because they do not know, they are not aware, like there's a revolutionary in South Africa who said the most powerful weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind. The
weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressor.
Yes, exactly.
Steve Biko.
Yes. So we see that our people's minds have been locked in the past, but we've been opening them, and we give thanks to God that our people are wide open now. They call out for more, they demand for more, they don't take indignity anymore, you know, and we think that alone is going to empower them, and they will uplift themselves as a people.
Well, so you go through a lot of, so you go to the communities and you say these things, what you say now, that the government is corrupt, them not getting, the people them not getting what them supposed to get. Them need to change. Them need to change the government. And in saying that, you have been haunted.
Yes.
All right, tell me some of the persecution that you go through. Because we see some videos there from Uganda where they talk about near-death experience with GLOs and everything. And keeping in mind that when you speak here now, it gone back to Uganda. So,
definitely, man, definitely. Right. And that is why it is only in places like this that I can be let to even go on a radio station, you know, to freely speak. Many times we have been pulled out of radio stations, especially in the countryside, because these words that we say are perceived dangerous to the regime back home. I was arrested in Arua, as it was the last time I was here. I was healing from that. But besides, we've been arrested so many times. Incidentally, it is only 10 days ago that I came out of jail. Just 10 days ago, you know, because... Come again?
10 days ago you was in jail?
Yes, 10 days ago.
So let me ask you a question. How much time you got jail? Because every time you hear about Bobi Wine, that jail you might come from.
Yeah, in Uganda.
10 years ago. Where you rob a bank?
No, I did not rob a bank.
Right,
I just got in my car and drove to a place that the government was aware I was supposed to be. But simply because every time I show up, the people stand on the roadside and wave to me. And when I wave back to the people, the police shoot tear gas and live bullets to disperse the people. The president does not want any competition. I was charged with the offense of annoying the president. You understand? And taken to court for that.
You have a political party?
No, I don't have a political party. You know, I don't have a political party. Why? Because it is not a political thing alone. I don't want people to look at this as politics. I want people to look at this as life, as what belongs to them. The word politics has been spoiled so many times that every time somebody mentions it, people dismiss it, say, that was politics. So I'm trying to show the people, especially the ghetto people, that this is not just politics, but it's reality. They're being ripped off, they're being dehumanized, and yet they are lucky. We come from the richest part on planet Earth. We have all these resources. Why are we not like Dubai? Why are we not like America? Why are we not like all these other countries? Just on independence, by independence, were at the same level with Singapore. But it took just ideas of a man called Lee Kuan Yew. These ideas have been written down. Everything, every step has been documented. Right now, Singapore is a first world country. Why do we lose 16 women every day giving birth? Why do we lose 300 children every day? No, that is not where we deserve. We are smarter than that, okay? Especially if we stand up and say, no, this is not who we are. We are something else. Yeah. And where do we get that? Where do we learn that from? We learn it from inspirations like music. And that is why I look at this opportunity as a huge opportunity. Yeah. Most of the things that I talk about, I was inspired by people like Tony Rebo, Anthony B, people like Buju, singing and talking about this. Yeah. Mota, we used to listen to you so much, not to learn these things, but for entertainment. Yeah. But we ended up getting that message. So we try to use music, and that's why right now I'm looked at like very dangerous. That's a very important thing. You started out listening because of entertainment. Yeah. To be more than just entertainment. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Because the things that Bob Marley used to sing about so much, and we got inspired. We wanted to be loved by Bob Marley. We ended up singing about the truth and about the truth. Yes. And that's titles like Ghetto President in the Ghetto. People looked at us like that. Until I realized that indeed the standard of the life of people is determined by the decisions the leaders make. And for people to make those decisions must be in certain offices. Right. And that is why I stopped dismissing politics. I said, if you want to change, get involved. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you dismiss it, they are going to rip you off like that.
All right. So make I ask you ever, as a person who is moving towards that, because obviously your ambition is to be the Prime Minister.
The President.
The President, yeah. Your ambition is to be the President.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually sat with the now President and discuss matters that you feel that should be happening, rather than saying that him not doing it, but telling him, say, look, this is what, as a man who is on the ground, the youth level, you talk to him and you say, well, look, this is what is crying out to the youth them, what you're going to do.
All right.
You ever talk to him like that, or you just talk to him through the ear?
Everything that I'm talking about has been talked about by even more intelligent and smarter young people than me. Yeah. You understand? I'm only saying them louder on a louder space.
Yeah, but you ever sit down with him personally?
I've never sat down with him personally, because for him it has never been about changing. It has always been about how much do you want.
How long is the president now? How long is the president?
It has been president for 34 years now.
34 years?
34 years.
Yeah. The problem with African leaders is that they don't know when to quit.
And that is what our president said in 1986. He said the problem with Africa. I want the world to know, that it is not all negative about Uganda.
Yeah, all right. Stick up in. We're going to talk about the positive now. But after this. Did you say it's time to keep more in the new year, and you could win $15,000 until February the 14th. A man just win $15,000. Digital customers download the latest version of the My Digital app and purchase a plan in the last 7 days. The opportunity of winning, you can get a call from us. Here I every day. But you must say hello. Don't say hello. What you must say? Shake to win with Digicel, or Digital Shake to win. And $15,000 is yours. So when we call you, remember, I know say you have your ears, and your ears open, say it's Mutabaruka, say this thing. Look, while I go, I never know something like that. So you have to know. Daya. Okay. Going once, going twice. You have to try next number. Alright, we'll try next number. Remember, don't say anything. Alright, here we go again. Alright, we'll ring. Oh, them gone. Alright, we can call the next one. Look here, I can tell you something about this thing. You think you're smart? When I wait to hear me say something, then you say it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going to say nothing, you know. Because I don't know my voice. If I might go say something now, everybody say, I'm out. You know, them mind, I let them say. Anyway, you go again.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
This is IRFM. Yeah, you should not have said hello. You would have won $15,000.
Yeah.
You know about the competition? Are you aware of the competition that Digicel is running on IRFM?
No, not really.
All right, well, you know, I am feeling very generous. I am going to give you $1,000 Digicel credit. How that sound?
I don't understand that.
You know who you're calling? You know where you call? Sorry, you know who call you?
Yeah, it sounds like that man see on the TV.
The man you see on TV? Oh, you mean, oh. You mean the man in Law and Order?
That's right.
See, no, it's like you tell. It's not nobody like. Anyway, we're going to give you $1,000 credit, so you're going to see it come on your phone, yeah? Digicel is running a competition that if you had said shake to win with Digicel, you'd have won $15,000. So next time you hear your phone ring, just shake to win Digicel, okay?
All right.
And you will get $15,000. All right, so look for the $1,000 on your phone.
Abalala kubanange wendi desire mondo wakwe polisi anyona yenga wakawale siwunda bonzala wa ompe. You understand the language?
No, I don't understand the language. You're going to tell me where you're at.
I'll tell you exactly.
You're going to tell the Jamaican people where you're at.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could all have cussed me, I don't even know.
Come again?
I say you could all have cussed me and I say, I don't really like Jamaica, but to me there, you know, make me go on like me like it. So tell me where you're at.
That is basically a song where I was singing about a lady, but it's a poetic song. It's like I'm talking to a lady who I want to marry, and I'm trying to explain to her how much she means to me. Although she's been misunderstood and mishandled in the past, I think I present a new opportunity, for love and care, something like that.
So where's that lady now?
Well, that lady is called Uganda.
She's in Uganda?
She is Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are still with her?
I'm with her.
No, I don't like what you said,
I'm saying poetically. I'm trying to say poetically, the lady is my country, Uganda, and she is being disrespected. That song was inspired by a Chromnic song called Smile Komi Jamaica.
So it's not a personal thing?
No, it's not a personal thing.
All right. Now, let me go back to this man, the president.
Yes, please. Yeah, you had asked me, Muta, whether I have ever sat with him.
Yeah. I said no.
Yeah, and I said no. Why? Because our problem is simple. It is one. It is empowering the people. And I don't want to make this about me or about him. It's about the people, and they should be let to speak. And when they speak, their voice should be respected. That way, people will raise anybody and they will put down anybody. They will have the power to want something, have that something. Yeah. It should come from the bottom up, from the top bottom.
In Nigeria, how does one get elected as a parliamentarian, and how you move to become a representative of the people as a president? I mean, I know it's voting still, but how you get, you have a group of ones around you that is part of your, what we call, ones who will be part of the government if you should win?
Nigeria is a little different from Uganda. Maybe if you were asking how they vote in Uganda, how they elect leaders. Yeah. In Uganda, it's a presidential system where there are different political parties, and those political parties have members who go and contest for elective positions. The party with the biggest members of parliament will be dominant in parliament, but also the president is elected directly by the people, and the president has so much power, legally the president would have so much power, but again now our president has too much power because he also controls the army and the parliament. But let me imagine it was all right. If it was all right, if that law was being followed, then the people elect leaders right from the village level. A village is a cell of a few houses, and they have power right from the grassroots.
The chief.
That is how our law provides. And then members of parliament are elected, and the parliament is supposed to be respected, and then the president is also elected directly. But there's supposed to be an independent electoral commission, an independent police, an independent military, and they should not take orders from the president. Unfortunately, ours is a different level. But you had asked me, Muta, why I say I never talk to the president as him. Because we want all these people to be empowered, these small leaders. Me, I'm a member of parliament, but I'm not even allowed to address the people that voted for me.
Why? Because
the police is only ordered by the president. The police does not follow the law.
So you say even though you're in parliament, you are not allowed to speak?
Even when you're in parliament, you'll speak. There's resolutions will be passed, but they will not be respected. I'll give an example. I'm a musician, but my music was abolished without quoting any law. I was abolished from attending any concert without any law. I cannot perform in my country. I can only perform when I go outside, like in Jamaica, the artists I work with. But just the following day, I was keeping a show, but the police blocked it, and they did not give any reason. Why? Because it is personalized. Now, when we put an end as a nation to the Museveni presidency, but if the people vote massively and vote him out, that means that anybody will be scared of the people. We are opening the eyes of the people so that this kind of mental revolution that is happening, not even us can stop it. I've been talking to my friends that the way our people are awakened, even if myself I got up and sold out, the people would reject me and move forward, because we are trying to create so many Bobi Wines, just like we were inspired by people like Muta, and we want so many Mutas in Uganda. We want so many people put into question. We want leaders to be accountable. You know, we want them to be real servants of the people.
But I assume so you're not the only one that is running against the president.
No, it's not only me.
All right, so if you're not the only one that's running against the president, these people who's running against the president, they have selected their representative to sit in the parliament if they should win the election. Right?
Come again, please.
All right. When you're running to become president,
yeah,
you have a group of ones who you have selected to represent the government in parliament, right?
To represent the government?
No, if you should make up the government,
yeah,
and the next election,
yes.
Right now, I'm asking you if right now you have a group of ones,
yeah,
a group of people,
yeah,
who you have selected to represent the government.
It is actually not us that select. What I'm doing, I am encouraging every youth in Uganda to do the same, so that whoever the people lift from whichever place will come to us. Now we have quite a number of friends who subscribe to the same mentality, the same belief that indeed leaders should be subjected to the people, they should be servants. Well, those people who believe in people power because the people are the masses, those people who believe that there should be a limit to the presidential
tenureship of the president.
Exactly. Yeah. Those people who believe that a president's power should be reduced. Those people who believe that women should be empowered, should balance within the parliament and their positions of leadership. Those people who believe that Uganda should not be at war with neighboring countries because of personal grievances. Those people who believe that Africa should be unified. Those people who believe that there should be repatriation in our lifetime. Those people who should believe that you don't have to go through America to come, or Europe to come to Jamaica, but should be direct flight from Uganda to Jamaica. Those people, I mean, different beliefs. We have a certain thought line.
Make a ask you. The president is there now. Was he elected democratically, or is him just?
No. He was not elected democratically. He led a rebel group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a coup.
It was a military coup.
It's a military coup put him there.
Yes, which caused the death of more than 500,000 Ugandans.
Oh yeah.
34 years ago.
Yeah.
And since then, we have been ruled by. It's been a military dictatorship disguised as a democracy.
Yes.
But right now, when there's a mass uprising, you'll find that the response of the government is like what happened in the days of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, dogs and arrests and tear gas. The response is like what happens in the days of Nelson and Winnie Mandela, in the days of apartheid, when the oppressor has no justification of oppression. They turn to violence, and then they accuse you of inciting violence. For example, what I'm saying, I'm inciting people to reason, to question everything, to question the government, and now the government will charge me for inciting violence.
So that is why I've been to jail so much time.
Yes, that's why I've been to jail.
Because it's like almost treason.
Yeah, I've been charged for treason, and I've been charged for treason too. And
what happened to that?
The case is still on.
The case is still there.
I was committed to the High Court. Yeah, and I also was charged with annoying the president. Also, it's in court. And then I was charged for rejecting social media tax. To use WhatsApp and Facebook. People are being taxed because we use so much social media to open the eyes of the people, to talk about things that people always feared to talk about. Now people talk about them. Now people question.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah. So like that. I mean, we've been charged many times, but like I was saying, it is not only negative, right? Yeah. That all we have been talking about our problems, but our generation is a generation of offering solutions. Solutions to the problems. So we think that ultimately the very many Ugandans and mainly Africans who are in the diaspora should be tapped into But all that begins with accountability. The national resources, the oil we have, the gold and diamond that we have, the fresh waters that we have, the human resource that we have, it must not benefit just one family, but it must benefit all the community. There must be openness and transparency in the agreements that are being signed with the foreign powers to exploit our natural resources. There must be open to criticism and to question.
Alright, so I can ask you now, because people can say these things. But why did I say if somebody said to you, the reason why you think this way now, because you have not had the experience of that power. Because sometimes people talk one way when they're not in power. And when them get into the position, them see that certain realities is not coincide with their perspective before they was president. But yet still now they keep talking this way. But when they go, what would you say to people that Bobi Wine is saying these things as a young brethren who is very enthusiastic to see certain change, but him going to say that a lot of the things that him stand for now, when him in power, he might easily well become the person who I'm fighting against?
I would call that corruption. I don't want to miss my words. That's corruption.
Yeah.
That is corruption. And they said that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is corruption. You cannot be saying these are 5 hands and then all of a sudden say these are 6 hands. Where has the 6th come from? That is corruption, like some writer in George Orwell wrote, when leaders get corrupt, they start trying to twist their words. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
We must pick from people that have done it right and people that have done it wrong. I mean, yes, we've had so much negativity from the European countries, but we have to pick just a few good things and use them in our own context. For example, America has had so many leaders, you understand, very intelligent leaders, but none of those leaders led beyond 2 terms. And now it's over 400 years. That is a tested reality. It has worked, okay? They've decided that no man is going to go above a certain law, you understand? So that causes men to maximize their time, when they can serve, have their nations get the best of them, and step on the side and let other men who are intelligent, who are resourced among those millions also play a part. We must not get corrupt and think that we are the only ones that are intelligent. For example, you're listening to me, but I'm only one of the 44 million people in Uganda and one of the more than billion people from Africa. Amazingly talented, amazingly knowledgeable. All those ideas must be given opportunity. You understand? For example, in our generation, for me, I believe, my father probably would not agree with me if I said I want to connect Ugandans and Jamaicans. But for me, I think it's of very great cultural and economic benefit. Why? Imagine a situation where there was a direct flight from Uganda, whether it makes money or it does not make money. That means that probably Mutabaruka would have come to Uganda 3 times or 4 times in his lifetime. That means we would have gotten that benefit more physically, That means more hundreds or thousands of us could have connected. If there was I was in Ghana and the government was sponsoring music and there were different, I attended a huge show where music was promoted. Uganda is amazingly talented, but today, my music, no matter how good it is, no matter how communicative and educating it is banned because the president alone does not like it. Only the president, even when there are 44 million people gaining from it. So we must get the sense of belief that it is not about us. You understand? And say what we mean and mean what we say. You cannot say, oh yeah, I was saying that the right thing because I was hungry, and now I can say the wrong thing because I've been fed. We must be real. We must represent the real values. We must copy from people that have done it right. and also do it right, because we have everything that it takes.
All right, we're going to take a break here because we have a African names for today's children. You know, some people tell me say we must go over about the first one they we do last year, or last in December there, because they really never hear and they don't want to miss none. So we will go over about the first set of name them over the gay when we just start about this thing here. So here we go now. Boy's name Simba, S-I-M-B-A, means lion. Simba, S-I-M-B-A, means lion. Talib, T-A-L-I-B, one who seeks. One who seeks. Talib. Emeka, E-M-E-K-A, Emeka means God did great things, or God did great deeds. Femi, F-E-M-I, means adored by God. Adored by God. Jabari, J-A-B-A-R-I, means courageous. Jabari means courageous. And then now we have the girl's name, Afia. A-F-I-A means born on Friday. Akua, A-K-U, means born Wednesday. Amara, A-M-A-R-A, means elegance or grace. Elegance or grace. So that was the names that we gave originally. I don't know if Bobi Wine have some Ugandan name there. Bobi Wine, what's some of your favorite Ugandan name?
Yeah, when I was listening to you, I was hoping to get the opportunity, and after, imagine you gave me the
I read you, man.
Yeah, sure. My favorite girl's name is Itungo.
Eh?
Itungo.
Spell it.
I-T-U-N-G-O. Itungo.
Okay.
Itungo means wealth.
Wealth. Beautiful.
And that is the name of my wife.
Beautiful.
Which any Jamaican person
Sweet.
give it. Yeah. And then I'll also give a boy's name. A boy's name is Kula. Kula is K-U-L-A. Kula. Kula means treasure.
K-U-L-L-A.
No, K-U-L-A.
Yes, I don't know. I have
Kula.
it somewhere. I have it somewhere, you know. It's on the next paper. Yes, I have that name on the paper.
Yeah.
Yes.
It means treasure or pearl. And Uganda, the country where I come from, they call it Kula Lia Africa, the pearl of Africa. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I can ask you something. As a youth growing up, and you hear about some people way over the other side of the world, name the Rastafarian brethren them.
Yeah.
And you hear them as a Naya Bingi.
Yeah.
And you know say Naya Bingi
It's from Uganda.
is an original Ugandan historical name from a queen name.
From a queen.
Queen Naya Bingi. How did it feel?
It feels special, but again, I feel embarrassed that my brothers and sisters from very far from home appreciate our identity and they embrace it. And yet we, the ones that are on the cradle of that knowledge, we
are the same thing, the same cry as
yeah. So and that is education, the education that we get, which you must change. You cannot change it when you don't have power. But our people must be re-educated, not whitewashed.
Yeah.
They must be re-educated for them to know themselves, know their true abilities. You know
what does all right in Uganda?
Yeah.
Give me a little short perspective of Queen Nyabingi as it related to Ugandan history.
Queen Nyabingi, as I later got to know after I picked interest from Nyabingi people. Actually, she was called Nyabingi. N-Y-A is Nya.
Nya.
Yeah.
Nyabingi.
That is how exactly. Nyabingi.
Yes.
You know? But because our brothers and sisters from the diaspora, English say Naya. When there's N and Y, you don't pronounce it, you pronounce Ni.
Ni.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's called Nyabingi. Nyabingi was a goddess.
Yes.
Was a queen, but she had so powerful and was a goddess. And even after her moving on to the next transition, the warriors, especially from that area, would pray to her, and her spirit would get into them, especially when they are fighting against the colonialists.
The British,
yeah. Even those people from Buganda, from all over Africa, not Africa, but from all over the great regions, would pray to that God. But there was that division, that systematic division, and slowly by slowly that history died out. I got to know about it again from the Rasta men who were playing those drums, the same drums that I would listen to when I was a kid. Yeah, but we were whitewashed that those are evil spirit drums. You understand? So things like that.
It is good that your reciprocation of history and of ideas never break when them bring across here. Because if you set of people in Jamaica who never ever go to Uganda yet, for rise up with this name that is representing a force against colonialism and slavery in Uganda, is a very powerful thing.
It's very
because it's not Europeans bring us, it's not Europeans bring it to we as Rastas. So there must be some connection there that we lose.
Yeah.
But yes, we will regain it.
Yeah.
In trying to reconnect, you know.
Yeah, I strongly believe that we must reconnect on an industrial scale, because we were disconnected on an industrial scale, on a massive scale. We were disconnected in millions of us are set apart. So we must not only connect one by one, you know, we must connect massively. It must be institutionalized, especially now that we are independent. It should be an agenda of our governments. That is what Kwame Nkrumah was preaching. That is what Patrice Lumumba was preaching. That is what Marcus Garvey preached. Repatriation, you know, reconnection. And for me, I believe that we are the generation to put it in practice, and it must happen in our lifetime. Not to only teach about it and learn about it, but want to practice it, because not everybody gets to learn. Not everybody goes to school. But if they live it, you know, it will be their reality. We are all over the world. I mean, every race is reconnected. The Indians in America have a home in India. The Indians in England have a home in India. The same thing with the Chinese. The same thing with all the races. How come the Africans in Jamaica don't have a home in Africa? How come the Africans in America don't have a home in Africa? You understand? Let this be like the cities, but ultimately let Africa be home. Everybody goes back home for Christmas. How do you stay in that very cold atmosphere in America when Africa is huge? How do you stay in the cold in England when Africa is huge? We must reconnect it on a massive scale, and that takes our leaders. It takes
the leaders sometimes is a drawback to it, because we have always over the years been fighting against this visa thing. Because we never come on the boat with no visa and no passport, but because the passport still and the visa. But we are trying to figure out why is it that most African states maintain that colonial design of visas for returning when the Europeans in most of the countries don't have to have a visa.
It is very sad, Mota, that one time I was traveling to an African country with a white friend. But the white friend passed and I was stopped and asked for my ID. You know, that is self-disrespect. But I might say those are a few people. Reggae has empowered people so much in Africa. You know, the informal communication, because we don't get that in school. We don't get that self-love in school. So reggae and all this other music has empowered people. I must say that even if there are still a few countries that require a visa, which is wrong, which I
most countries in Africa require visa.
You know, there must not be visas. As a matter of fact, there must be no borders in Africa. But anyway, I must also look at the positivity. I'm thankful that already the past leaders have made it clear Jamaica is visa free. I don't need a visa to come to Jamaica, and I give thanks to our leaders in the past. However, how come that to come to Jamaica from Africa one must go through America or one must go through England? Last year I was coming with my brother Nubian Lee, we sing together, but he was not able to travel because he was not, he did not have
a visa for go to America.
Exactly, at that time. And for me, it disturbed me so much. I think that is not for America to do.
Definitely
that is for
not.
us to do. How?
Unacceptable.
Yeah, we must connect more.
Yes,
we must
yes,
connect
yes.
more, find more ways of...
Well, speaking, listening to you, even though you say you want to exit the politician thing, but you sound like a politician that mean good for the ones them. And I must say that maybe the next time we say he's a president.
Hopefully, you know.
And I would be very glad to know this president.
Yeah, I would be very glad to, you know, bring Mutabaruka and people who think like Mutabaruka to visit our primary schools, you know, to talk to the African youth, to give them to challenge them to think differently. I would love to see these artists that inspired me and turned me into the mind that I am, come, not at a high price, you know.
Yeah, we're not a high price thing. We're not a work high price. But I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
The idea of going into the school, we have been into a lot of schools in Africa.
Yeah.
So I don't. A lot of artists have been going to Uganda. They don't go to the schools.
Well, they do, but they do it at their own volition. You know, we can do it more. That's
yes.
I mean, so much good has been achieved by the artists that came there. Every time artists, especially from the Caribbean, come to Uganda, they visit orphanages as a you know, a good gesture, and it communicates a lot. But I know that we can even do much more. Yeah.
A virgin, what them call that thing and again, WhatsApp me. And him say, you started out, and this is something where maybe people impression is where it's at. Him say, you started out projecting a Rastafari way. And most of your influences was, as you say, based up of, you know, what you hear. Oh gosh, man. All right, we have to come forward to the question. Stick the pin. Remember what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to ask you a question with somebody email me. I mean, WhatsApp me and say, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to cut it little. So that was it. All right, we're Bobi Wine there. Oh, I'm there. Bobi Wine. All right, we'll wrap up now, Bobby. All right, you me I say now. A brethren from Uganda WhatsApp me and him say, ask Bobi Wine about him in metamorphosis. What him talk about now. He must say, you started out, as you say, very influenced by conscious artists and thing, and you actually did a project. Yeah. In a Uganda, you was projecting this Rastafari persona.
Yeah.
But now, him say you switch. Or you don't answer that?
I wish he would also let me know what I switched into.
Well, him say you no longer project that persona that you started out with. I don't know what you switch into, I'm not down there. But
I'm an artist. For people that tend to think that I switched, maybe I switched in this kind of sense. I was an artist, I'm an artist. You know, talking about consciousness. But, I mean, I took almost 20 years singing since I was a child. Yes, initially I was singing about the guns and the dance. Then I started singing about HIV/AIDS and sing about the injustices. And then think about proposing better. But there came a time when I could not just sing about it, you know. Otherwise, I was being dismissed. Where I come from in Uganda, the Rasta culture is not as old as it is here. Initially, we were being dismissed as spoiled children, as drug abusers, as marijuana addicts. And it would be hard to sit in the same taxi with a person with dreadlocks. So they initially dismissed us. However, thanks to people like Bob Marley, music got respected. However, still, there was a deliberate dismissal of such. And I was very easily dismissed as a spoiled child, as a drug addict, as a hooligan. when I was talking about these things.
Yeah.
And I realized that somebody has to dress the way they have to be addressed. You know, I used to have long dreadlocks, but I did not have enough time to explain to the priests to understand my point of view, or to the old people, the old generation. That's why I presented myself in the image, in the good boy image that they know. But I still talk about the same thing. And then after that, I decided not only to talk about it through music, because that decisions are not made on stage or backstage. Decisions are made in parliament. And so that is why I went and stood for member of parliament, because many people agreed with what I stood for. The same things I've been singing about are the same things that I spoke in my political campaigns.
Right.
And 80% of the people agreed with me, and they voted for me to go to parliament. Now, when I go to parliament, I realize that yes, the parliament is there, but it's compromised. You know, the majority of them don't do what the people want. They do what the president wants, because the president gives them money. But I realized that there was an opportunity on getting people to massively, vote in protest or against something. And that is why I did what people call metamorphosize, from just an artist to a presidential candidate, to somebody that stands in office, to somebody that wants to get power to make certain decisions, to make people-centered decisions. Many people call them populist decisions, but that is what people want. For example, here in Jamaica, I cannot see people running around with the police because they are dressed, because they wear dreadlocks, or because they burn spliff. Yes, some don't. But again, there's some policy decisions that have been made where people have certain powers, where there's certain level of education, where there's certain level, it's decisions. Yes.
Yes, well, we have to stop now.
Sure.
We hope that, how long are you going to be here?
Well, I'm here for 2 more days.
2 more days?
Yeah.
You mean Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday.
So you leave Sunday? Okay. I don't really love, well, I can't do it again, Sky, I go away. Because something just come up in the thing, and it's from Uganda too.
Yeah.
It's from Uganda, the argument them I come from. I look at my WhatsApp here. And I would love bring it to your attention and bring it to you.
I appreciate.
But I can't do it again because the program done.
Yeah, sure.
Because them
really
watch
appreciate
it on that. Them watch it on that. And them at WhatsApp me on this.
And also, Muta, if I could get opportunity to say this to the Jamaican audience, you are a very big influence, not only. I'm saying to the artists, radio presenters, and commentators in Jamaica, you are of very big influence, not only to Uganda, but to Africa as a whole. You influence thought. Keep speaking out. Keep your eyes focused on Africa and speak about Africa. Give your opinions about Africa, because that is your home. That alone will empower people. That alone will help us convince people that what we are talking about is not hypothetical. It was talked about and it can be done. The things I'm saying were said 100 years ago by Marcus Garvey. He was dismissed by the colonialists because they knew it would benefit our people. We cannot continue dismissing reality simply because it is dressed in dreadlocks or it is dressed in music. For the artists, please speak out. Millions, hundreds of millions in people watch shows like Rebel Salute. We used to watch shows like Sting. We used to watch shows like Sunface. And the statements that are made there, they influence opinion. They are the voices of the ghetto. It is like when people are watching Rebel Salute, it is like they're watching the ghetto UN. Because that is where the local opinion is represented. So for the artists, look out for the people and speak out for them, man, because we look up to you you influencers. I'm personally glad that I'm going to get this opportunity to be on that monumental stage. That stage is a stage I've been looking at for more than 15 years. Now I am going to be there, and I'm going to use it to speak what is exactly on the mind of the ghetto people. What I see on the washing bay, what I see in the ghetto, what I see in the dancehall, I'm going to speak it straight, knowing that many presidents in Africa will be listening, millions of people will be listening, and it will go straight. So I call upon my fellow artists, speak out. I'm influenced by the words Capleton has been speaking while I grow up. Sizzla Kalanji, Anthony B, Luciano, Mutabaruka. Continue speaking to us, because you will create more Bobi Wines from Africa. You will inspire more. Thank you very much, and blessed.
Bobi Wine, Uganda. So the next topic now. We hear that the Minister of National Security, Mr. Oric Chang, says that he is looking for a reduction of murders to 800. At that time, they will think to move the state of emergency. My question is, suppose it don't go down to 800, that means that the state of emergency will continue indefinitely, even though we hear the Prime Minister announce that them have a crime plan, and it is all, I'm actually say it is in effect. The crime plan is in effect. State of emergency, as everyone usually says, and I say too, is not a crime plan. And the country cannot be under a state of emergency indefinitely. Because no go so, it's not supposed to go so. But the Minister of National Security say, at 800 we are trying to go to, And if we don't go there so, it don't make sense to let go to state of emergency. I don't know about 800, Bridget, because that sounds like no still, even though we know, and I keep saying it, that the volume of murders that took place last year is not the highest amount of murders, but it almost seem like it engulfs you more than any time before. Because there was times when the thing gone out of 1,500 murders for the year, more than one time too. But this time around, it almost like it more intense. Like how we are here about 40 murders in the past 2 weeks. That is intense, man. I mean, really intense. And that government will tell you, say, when them become power, them become the government, you can't sleep with your door open and all them something there. And the Minister of National Security say, him not have no grill upon him door. That is really something else. Anyway, the reason why we bring up that the Prime Minister is in the Observer, in the Jamaica Observer, dated Thursday, January the 9th. Prime Minister Andrew Holness admitting before hundreds of Christians yesterday, because this was a Christian thing that Holness was attending, Heal the Family, Heal the Nation conference at the National Arena. The annual event is spearheaded by the Bishop Deford Davis, led power of Faith Ministries International. So it's mostly Christians. It's the Prime Minister Andrew is admitting before hundreds of Christians yesterday that for years successive administrations have been tackling crime using illegal methods. He has vowed to break the back of crime by using the law. It's kind of weird when a Prime Minister forget up and say that. He must feel embarrassed. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for him when he have to say that. He is admitting that successive administrations have been tackling crime using illegal methods. Now the question is, my question, we have seen where several police officers have been tried and even convicted for criminal activities. Almost every week you hear about a police will get held for something that is illegal. Almost every week. That is like a thing now in Jamaica. Can you tell me please, how is it that we have never heard any big guys from the police force being arrested and tried and convicted? Why is it that you tell me, say, these men who is going around calling themselves, well, them don't call themselves, but them is almost like vigilante, where them kill people. You tell me, say, it's them in a them little conclave, sit down in a little cave and plan that and then come outside, come work that out and do it and then go back to them cave. There's no hierarchy that is responsible for these things. So these men are working independently of certain people in the police force. I don't believe that. I don't believe that a whole heap of the bad man them who get murdered is other murderer kill them. I don't believe that every time you hear a police car shoot up somewhere and kill 3 bad men, and people tell you, say, them wasn't police, but them have a police uniform. I don't believe, say, these people is impersonating the police. I am making the bold statement that I think is really police. I am thinking it's really police trying to get rid of the criminal them without carrying them to court, because according to them, if you carry them go to court, it will go draw, real taxpayer money, and then them get away. So the police don't have no faith in the justice system, because them feel say the justice system not going to bring justice anyway, but it is there to uphold the law. And as we said before, the law don't necessarily mean justice. You cannot tell me that these police who is doing these things is just working independently of the police force. Because the Prime Minister said successive administrations have been tackling crime using illegal methods. What that mean? It means that the administration, the government who is responsible for the police force, him know, the Prime Minister knows, say, over a period of time, including the man who sit down beside him at this thing, which is the Minister of Opposition. Because remember, the Minister of Opposition was once the Minister of National Security, you know. Yes, he was once the Minister of National Security. And remember, say, you didn't have prime ministers who sanction people for go kill people in a Tivoli garden and all them something there. You understand? My thing is that if these people know these things, why is it them keep telling the Jamaican people must report what you see, report what you know, report what you know? That means that if you see something a go on, don't shut your mouth. Go and tell some police officer something. Or if you don't trust the police, go up and go tell the bigger authorities. These people who's making these bold statements about successive administration have been tackling crime using illegal methods. What is the illegal method that the government has been using to tackle crime? And how is it that government, the highest member of the government in the land, is making such a bold statement and men sit down beside him they saw, not questioning it? And I have a bridge named Diagila, yeah. the Aguilar, who most ones sometimes them don't want to listen to him. Him have an article where him say, if these people hear this and just not question it, if these Christian-minded people hear the Prime Minister say, previous administrations have been using legal methods to do crime, and when we look, these illegal ways of doing it obviously not working because the crime rate gone up again. May I say, who is going to be responsible for a just society when politicians know about criminal activities? Politicians also help to facilitate criminal activities. And because you're up on the radio, you can't say something too deep for go make them recognize who you're talking about. But everybody in Jamaica know that politicians, a lot of them know criminals who should be behind bars, or know criminals who work for them. Them know that. And they must say, Muta, show me the evidence. You can't show the evidence. Because you're going to hear yourself, well, libel suit and not wrong with that. You can't tell nobody that. So me not a one way. True me know something. Me will go tell the police it. Because me get bummed too. Police come tell me things all the while. If me ever tell you some things the police tell me, you don't wonder if it's police really I tell you these things. How come the Prime Minister know that illegal activity have been used to solve crimes in Jamaica and nobody's questioning it? What is it that you know that I don't know, that the administrations, previous administrations have been doing? Because I'm going to come like a holier than thou person, you know, and say, all right, we know say that you saw, but you see me I come to prevent that and stop that. That is what he must say, no, you know. He must come to prevent it and stop it.
The crime fighting challenge is even greater now than before. Because, you know, there's a sense in the public, even though I just preached about that, but there's a sense in the public that our police force should go hard at the criminals, that some man should get take out. There's a sense. I mean, I've gone to receptions and people there see me and say, we're being too soft, that we need a particular kind of policing. But I want to say to you, particularly the church, that Jamaica cannot go back down that road. No. And go back to the point where we have very high police killings. We are going to fight crime using the law. Because the truth is, we have been fighting crime using the other methods, extrajudicial and illegal, for many years. And here we are still today. So let us use the law. If it means we have to strengthen the law, if it means we have to bring in more technology, and it definitely means that we have to bring in the public, you, into the crime fighting solution. So we are putting together a comprehensive plan, and it is working.
All right, that was the Prime Minister talking about putting down your foot and also admitting what we just read a while ago, that, yeah, they have been using illegal extrajudicial killing to solve crime. It's many of that. Then the people them did I say that all the people them know that. It's few man police in a Clarendon. Remember the other day them have this big crime, this thing where them old couple man and said this and this and that. I can't talk about enough of them where people on the street believe says police law. Yeah, the people them believe say the robbery last year with the China man, where the man them come out and shoot out the place. Them feel say police. Because how it was done, it's trained men do that. According to what the people them are saying, it's either police or soldier. You understand? They must say that really and truly, sometimes the people them say soldier uniform, police uniform, and feel say a bad man dress up like police, but are really police. You understand? Yes. But nobody now recognize that when the people them say sometimes, you know, people emotional and say certain things out of emotion. When them say sometimes, you know, sometimes some you can say if I don't saw it, got something nearly so it go. And we have to recognize the people. When the people them talk, there is a reason why them talk. There's a reason why them no cry for certain man will get killed. But there's a reason why them black road for certain man will get killed. Even if the man is a criminal. Them know say, oh, him get killed, and not so the law is supposed to kill people. And not so the government man who control the place supposed to kill people. Them know that. So, it's really a serious thing. Really, really a serious thing.
To you, particularly the church, that Jamaica cannot go back down that road. No. And go back to the point where we have very high police killings. We are going to fight crime using the law. Because the truth is, we have been fighting crime using the other methods, extrajudicial and illegal, for many years. And here we are still today. So let us...
You hear what I'm saying? We have been using illegal and extrajudicial killings to solve crime. That's what I'm saying now. Why these people are saying these things? I don't know, say Mutabaruka, I go hear them. Click it, bro.
Because the truth is, we have been fighting crime using the other methods, extrajudicial and illegal, for many years. And here we are still today. So let us use the law. If it means we have to strengthen the law, if it means
we have been fighting crime using extrajudicial killings. Eh? My tongue twisted out there. We get it? All right. We have been fighting the law. We means the governments, including myself. We. Understand? But now, let us change. So who is going to be charged for those illegal actions that was taking place before we know that we are clean now and we're repenting? Because we are repenting in front of some Christians. Because Christians them attack to, it's a Christian them inviting them. But none of the Christians them get up and say, excuse me, sir, what you mean by we have been fighting the law illegally? We have been using illegal ways to fight crime? What you mean by that? Well, we mean we have been using extrajudicial killings. And we want to stop that now. Why may I tell you? Politician, you know easy. You don't easy at all. When a man tell you say, we, and you know say I talk about not only FEMA government, but other governments before him. We, the people, know that. We know that. Say, a whole heap of killing, when police woman attack about say, him did have gun. Them man did have the gun already. Because sometime, them find gun and no guillotine. Because them a wait for the next kill, for plant the gun upon the youth. You know see it? And them a say, watch out. Nobody now go miss him, you know, because a wicked. And I see him with the youth, them I think, against the people, them. So how you cannot have two sets of people that fight against the people? So when the people them are going to stand up, when them is also the people. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing. So you always say, no, give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time, give thanks to the energy, give thanks to Young, give thanks to Shamara, give thanks to Peter. Who's the operator out there? I've got to ask Shamara too. Eh? Black Princess still out there? They might work hard too hard, you know. Hey, Black Prince, tell me, say, me get the okra seed, and I should plant okra, and it's nice, you know. Yeah, man, should I tell you? Yeah, man, she said she get enough okra. You know, man, me get one for okra seed. Yeah, man, me get some okra seed, man. Empress, I want you to bring some okra, come give me, you know. Don't bring the cook one, because I don't like the slime. You understand? Bring it as okra. Make I cook it. Yes, I love that. I love when you tell me, say, you plant them and you get enough okra. I love that. Give thanks. Anyway, I gone, you know. Click it.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, January 16. I am Patrice Walters from RFM's News Center. Here are the headlines. House Speaker clarifies statement on CMU report. Opposition leader takes message on the road. Land identified for Manchester Courthouse. And BOJ assures public in view of jitters over foreign exchange movements. And now the details. In the wake of public condemnation about perceived unlawful actions regarding the tabling of the CMU report, the House Speaker has sought to clarify his initial comments on the matter. During Tuesday's sitting of the lower house, the opposition raised questions as to why the report from the Auditor General on the probe into corruption allegations at the Caribbean Maritime University was not tabled. More in the support from Hatching Burke.
In a release this afternoon, House Speaker Pernell Charles Sr. said he wanted to clarify information placed in the public domain concerning the tabling of a particular Auditor General's report in Parliament. Charles said any exchange on the matter should not be construed as reluctance to table the report. The Speaker said he intends to have the report tabled at the next sitting of the House of Representatives. The response from the House Speaker comes just hours after the National Integrity Action raised concern about a dangerous precedent being set with a House Speaker deciding on when to table reports. NIA Executive Director Professor Trevor Monroe agreed with others who have pointed out that the Constitution does not provide for such discretion. The NIA head also noted that if it's accepted that a House Speaker delayed on his own discretion the tabling of an Auditor General's report, such an action would create a dangerous precedent which any future administration could use to undermine the responsibility of Parliament to provide effective oversight in the use of public funds. Professor Monroe says this delay runs counter to the most recent advice of the International Monetary Fund regarding better monitoring of public funds so as to improve long-standing gaps in transparency and accountability. Meantime, the opposition People's National Party has described the House Speaker's failure to table the Auditor General's special report on the Caribbean Maritime University as a disturbing development. In a statement today, PNP General Secretary Julian Robinson said such action signals what he called the continuation of the JLP administration's effort to cover up the corrupt practices within the government in general and at the CMU in particular. The PNP says the Speaker of the House is duty-bound under the Jamaican Constitution to cause the tabling of this report, adding that he has no authority to delay or prevent the tabling of such reports to Parliament. Reporting for RFM News, I am Halshane Burke.
President of the People's National Party, Dr. Peter Phillips, led a team of party executives and other members on a road tour of sections of St. Thomas and Portland today, the start of a series of visits to drum up support for the party ahead of the next general election. Dr. Phillips and his presidential challenger, Peter Bunting, sought to present a united front in a bid to show citizens that the PNP is a viable alternative to the current Jamaica Labour Party-led government. Speaking to reporters during the tour, Dr. Phillips said at the recent PNP retreat, it was determined that party members need to go out and engage the electorate more.
We had a meeting of our candidates over the weekend, and one of the things that came out of it is that we need to go out. All of us, PNP, needs to go out together to really carry the issues to the People's National, to the people of Jamaica, and to show who we are, what we stand for, and that we are ready. And I think, a lot of there's no doubt we had a very vigorous, brutal in many respects campaign, but we are behind that, and we're coming together.
PNP President Dr. Peter Phillips. Meantime, Peter Bunting noted that the PNP is determined that is determined that it's an effective opposition and an attractive alternative government.
Where we are now is a sober determination to address the challenges facing this country, to demonstrate that we're an effective opposition and that we are an attractive alternative government. And that's the message we'll be carrying. We have to take on frontally some of the things we see happening, the undermining of the parliamentary system that we have, for example, where this Auditor General CMU report has been suppressed by the Speaker unlawfully.
PNP member Peter Bunting. Residents of Port Royal are said to be ready to take advantage of the investment and economic opportunities that come with being a cruise destination. They have even trademarked a brand intended to be used as part of the marketing strategy and identification of artistic expression that will be on offer to tourists. Culture Minister Olivia Grange said in addition to jewelry, the residents will be able to showcase their already royal-renowned culinary treats as well as benefit from the town's heritage tourism appeal. The first cruise ship is expected to call at port next Monday. During a tour of the area on Tuesday, Ms. Grange said the arrivals of cruise ship in Port Royal presents an opportunity for residents to share their rich heritage with the world.
For not just the visitors, but for Jamaicans alike, because this is open up not just to the cruise line and visitors to Jamaica, but Jamaicans themselves. This has been one of the most popular visiting heritage sites for the Jamaica National Heritage Trust. It has brought in the largest amount of revenue over the years, and most Jamaicans, especially those who have migrated, when they come back to Jamaica, they're coming to Port Royal, not only to eat fish and bami and festival, but they're coming to visit the fort. And so we are happy that we are now going to be able to showcase this rich heritage to the world. And it's a fantastic community in Port Royal. I must commend them for preserving what they have had, this rich heritage over the years, and for still maintaining the character for which Port Royal is known. And this is now an opportunity for them to be empowered.
She noted that residents have received training from the Jamaica Business Development Corporation.
My ministry has worked closely with the community, the various artisans and groups in Port Royal. We have actually done training programs, which we call economic enablement programs. We have taught them jewelry making, working in collaboration with the JBDC, jewelry making, batik, chasing. So they have come up with their own Port Royal brand, and that will be trademarked. So the people of Port Royal can be pleased to know that not only are they known for the fish and the sea, but they are also artisans who have branched out into other forms of creative production. We are even training them in food preparation. So the community will benefit from all that is happening.
Culture Minister Olivia Grange. She added that the area encompassing the pier, Fort Charles and Fort Rocky will be the first entertainment zone in the country. The government has identified land for the rebuilding of the Manchester Parish Court. The over 200-year-old courthouse located in Mandeville was destroyed by fire on November 8 last year. Since then, sessions have been held at the courthouse in Porus, as well as at the James Warehouse Plaza on South Racecourse Road in Mandeville. Speaking at yesterday's post-cabinet press briefing, Information Minister Carl Samuda noted that land for the rebuilding of the courthouse will be purchased for more than $180 million.
Cabinet has given approval also for the purchase of lands at 3 Bromelia Road in Mandeville for the relocation of the Manchester Parish Court. The courthouse was destroyed in a fire on November the 8th, as you can recall. Following the fire, interim steps were taken to facilitate continued court operations, including the relocation to and rental of space at the nearby James's Plaza. The property at Bromelia Road is being purchased for $184 million.
Information Minister Carl Samuda. The Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, says it continues to monitor activities in the foreign exchange market and stands ready to take appropriate actions if the need arises. This follows concerns about the pace of movement and the availability of foreign currency supply. In a release yesterday, BOJ noted that since the start of the year, the exchange rate has depreciated by 3.2%, reversing the appreciation of 2.5% that occurred in December 2019. BOJ explained that this recent movement in the exchange rate was due to an increase in demand as supply conditions have remained normal. BOJ added that the average of daily inflows of foreign currency into the market from January this year has been approximately $31 million, which was greater than the average daily inflows for January 2019. BOJ added further that the increase in demand is due in part to restocking activities by retailers. Additionally, demand has increased in the context of financial institutions buying on behalf of their customers to fund real sector investments and planned portfolio-related transactions. BOJ said traders have also been buying on their own account since the start of the year to restore their foreign currency positions, having sold more foreign currency to the market than they bought in December 2019. The BOJ stated that it expects the foreign exchange market to revert to more normal patterns in the near future. Parliament will prorogue next month ahead of the tabling of the budget for the next fiscal year. This will trigger the start of the process of examining the estimates of expenditure ahead of the budget debate. Information Minister Carl Smuda gave an update on the matter at yesterday's post-cabinet press briefing.
Parliament will be prorogued not on the 4th, but it will be announced on the 4th of February. You can't prorogue it the day that you announce it. It's prorogued for a day. And so we will be prorogued in Parliament on the 4th. And the budget will be laid on the House, I think it is the 11th. And then from there it goes, of course, as customary, goes to the PAAC, Appropriations Committee, that examines it, and the Auditor General also examines, and then comes back to the House where we convene in the Standing Finance Committee, which is the committee of the whole House, where we examine line by line the budget. Thereafter, of course, we have the presentation by the Minister of Finance, who introduces it, followed by the opposition spokesman on finance, the leader of the opposition, and finally the Prime Minister.
The process should be completed with the Senate's approval of the 2020-2021 budget by the end of March.
It will be done in all of this timetable will be done in time for the final and completion of this process by March 31st, when the Senate approves the budget. This is quite excellent because I've been here a long time and I know that at times the budget has been delayed considerably. And we want to take this opportunity, based on the plans that we have been advised of, to commend the Minister of Finance and his team for doing an excellent job in getting the budget prepared for us to debate on such a timely basis.
Information Minister Carl Smuda. The People's National Party has called on the government to take immediate steps to resolve issues affecting the operations and legislative mandate of the National Integrity Commission. This in the wake of reports that yet another member of the commission has left the entity. Maisha Brody reports.
The latest resignation is of Commissioner Dr. Derek McCoy, an attorney at law and former contractor general who was appointed to the body in March 2018. McCoy's resignation is the third such, following those of Justice Carl Harrison, who stepped down as chairman last July, and Derek Harrison, who resigned as acting director of prosecutions. Citing concern about these resignations, PNP General Secretary Julian Robinson pointed to the need for issues to be resolved quickly so that outstanding corruption matters can be prosecuted and persons brought before the court. In a statement last evening, Robinson pointed out that with dozens of corruption investigations having been completed and languishing before the commission, the country is disillusioned about the high levels of corruption in the government and its agencies. He also pointed out that the government itself continues to be dogged by accusations of impropriety and allegations of malfeasance in the management and control of public administration. Robinson noted that the investigation into Petrojam has been completed, but the matter remains in limbo. The probe into the Maritime University and the National Energy Solutions Limited. He said that the Integrity Commission needs to execute its mandate to carry out its lawful functions without fear or favor and restore public confidence in Jamaica's anti-corruption institutions and mechanisms. The General Secretary said it is critical that the investigation into each allegation of corruption is carried out judiciously, as Jamaica's future remains at risk. That if the Commission fails in this objective, the public will continue to believe corruption investigations are a waste of time and money. The PNP reiterated the call for the establishment of a parliamentary oversight body for the Commission. Reporting for RFM News, I'm Maisha Brody.
Senior Director in the Light and Power Company, Blaine Jarrett, says repair work commenced late last year and is almost complete. He says installation of LED lights are ongoing across the island, and the company is tackling one parish at a time as it accelerates the placement of more efficient street lights in communities.
So of the total fleet of lights that is there island-wide, we have so far replaced in excess of 65,500 of those lights, of the total lights that we have on the system. What we want to do for 2020 and for the remaining period is for those communities, for those parishes where we have the outstanding lights. Once we touch those parishes, we just want to make one sweep. What we have been doing over the past, we have been doing incremental in the highly concentrated areas and rolling out in an incremental way. What we have decided to complete the program, to accelerate the completion of the program, we're going to be targeting a parish and we're going to be completing the parish, particularly for those parishes that we have installed in excess of 50% of their installed capacity.
Mr. Jarrett says the JPSCO also embarked on recent vegetation clearing drive to ensure reliable supply of electricity to residents of Portland.
We also recognize that vegetation is one of the major challenges. So in 2019, we went on a significant drive to remove vegetation from our infrastructure. That effort, we have removed over 424 kilometers of vegetation from our circuits. That effort have also seen a 60% reduction vegetation-related interruptions for Portland. We will continue that program in 2020 and we're hoping to gain greater success.
JPS Senior Director Blaine Jarrett. A man died in a motor vehicle accident in Westmoreland yesterday. Dead is 29-year-old Conway Brown. Reports from the Grange Hill Police are at about 11:30 a.m. Brown was riding his motorcycle along the Geneva roadway when he allegedly crashed into an embankment. Brown was thrown from the bike, was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Court of Appeal has ruled that documents seized from the office and residence of Attorney-at-Law Dawn Satterthwaite before the Proceeds of Crime Act was passed in May 2007 must be returned to her. The court also ruled that the other documents seized must be examined by the Supreme Court to ascertain what documents attract legal professional privilege. In pursuance of the documents seized in 2013 from a money laundering investigation, the court ruled that there should be no participation by any member of the prosecution when examination of the documents was taking place. Satterthwaite's appeal in relation to the examination of the documents was allowed in part. She had appealed against a Supreme Court ruling in September 2015 that the documents seized were to be unsealed and examined by a judge in order to determine whether they attracted legal professional privilege. Satterthwaite, her realtor husband Terence Allen, and 4 others, including convicted transnational drug trafficker Andrew Hamilton, are facing charges under the Proceeds of Crime Act. It is being alleged that over an 11-year period, starting in 1989, Satterthwaite purchased properties valued close to $500 million for Hamilton. It's further alleged that the properties were registered in the names of relatives of Hamilton. The trial began in the St. Andrew Parish Court in October 2017 and will continue next month. Hamilton, a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, was arrested and charged in 2016 following his deportation from the United States of America after serving 4.5 years there on drug trafficking charges. Chief Justice Brian Sykes expressed displeasure yesterday when the trial of alleged members of the Westmoreland-based King Valley Gang had to be adjourned. The trial had to be adjourned until today because there was no police personnel at the location where the main Crown witness was to testify by video link. Shanice Gibbs reports.
The Chief Justice described the situation as disrespectful and noted that it showed the level of disregard the police had for the court. He added that due to incompetence, the Jamaica Constabulary Force failed to assign a policeman on the location. The Chief Justice made the remarks when he made inquiries of the policeman and was told by the prosecutor that it would take approximately 1 hour for the policeman to reach the location. One of the alleged gang members, Ricky Hall, was freed on Tuesday when the trial started in the Home Circuit Court. Prosecutors told the court that there was no evidence in respect of the charges against Hall. Hall was charged with being part of a criminal gang facilitating the commission of various offenses. He was also charged with knowingly providing a benefit to a criminal organization. The charges against the 8 alleged gang members on trial allegedly stemmed from crimes committed between 2016 and 2018. It is alleged that the meeting place for the men was in the Kings Valley community in Westmoreland, where criminal activities were planned. The men are accused of conspiring to commit murder, rape, robberies, and other offenses under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act. The accused on trial are Carlington Godfrey, Lindell Powell, Ronaldo McKennis, Derval Williams, Hopeton Stanley, Griston Grant, Copeland Sankey, and Sean Sukra. Reporting for RFM News, I am Shanice Gibbs.
And with that story, we have come to the end of the local news.